Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'll be doing a collective read today. So, if you've been here before, you'll know that I've been putting in chapter markers in the timeline or in the description box below. Sometimes they don't show up on the timeline, but they'll always be in the description box, along with the decks that I'm using today, provided that I can find the link to the creator, and also any references that I might make, whether it's a song or whatnot. But if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a very, very small channel. I've not been here long, but I really love the fact that you took the time to take a chance. So, if you're new to tarot in general, I do have a little intro. It's nothing intense, but just some food for thought. So, here goes. Tarot and Oracle are tools for self-reflection. It's meant to help guide you when you're making decisions based on your own inner moral compass in pursuit of your own particular brand of happiness. I'm an intuitive reader, so I work with my guides and my ancestors to help bring in messages. The cards will come out and I'll say they represent this theme, this archetype, this pattern, or if my guides have a specific meaning. There's only so many cards in a deck, so, the energies that I work with will pull the card that is the closest approximation and then give me a message to deliver. But more importantly, you have to understand that you have free will. You are the master of your own destiny. So I'm just reading the situation as it stands today. The energy is liable to change based on actions and decisions that you make, and likewise for the people surrounding you. And I believe in fate and destiny. I do. But I also believe they only take you so far. They afford you opportunities, pathways, the chance to hop onto a different timeline, but it's up to us. It's up to you, the viewer, to decide what you want to do, because you're co-creating your own story with the universe. So don't give up your power to a tarot reading, but understand that it's here to help when you're making decisions for your life. You are the grand maestro of your own destiny. So having said that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. So I'm going to be using the Earth Wisdom Oracle. It's a small deck, but we're just going to use it for a pre-shuffle just to see what the energy is for today. Okay, pre-shuffle we have Heal Thyself and Awareness. Pardon me for the glare. These are very glossy cards. Heal Thyself and Awareness. So collective, there's been a very, very strong theme in dealing with inner shadows. And it's not by chance that these two cards are taking place at night. One is by a body of water. One is by the light of the moon. Water is healing. Moonlight is healing. What I believe this is asking us is to be aware of our shadows. And my universal headcanon, the way that I view life, is everybody has light and shadow, and that's not to being good or bad. I really would like to dispel of that. The shadow self is our internal self, the private part of ourselves, our emotions, our inner creativity, the things that we learn that keep us safe, survival instincts, that sort of thing. And external is the healing and humanitarianism and all this kind of stuff. But when we have shadows that are distorted, or we have wounds or traumas, a lot of times they come from childhood, and or it could happen in your adult life where you have formed a scar that has now been, kept inside. I did post a video about, I called it a dark moon reading. It's basically just kind of like the inner landscape, the inner shadow part of us that, perhaps we need a little healing and work on. Everybody does. It's the nature of being a human. We're imperfect creatures. But we should strive every day to heal and to help ourselves so we can move more seamlessly through our life and experience life to its fullest. In this, it really does feel like, for the collective that resonated perhaps with the shadow reading or the dark moon reading, this may be confirmation of continue on that path. Continue with healing. Bring awareness to your own self, to your wounds, your traumas, and understand that you can transmute the distorted shadow of fear and anxiety and shame, transmute it into strength and vulnerability. Vulnerability, it's hard to achieve. It is scary, but it also is freeing. So let's continue forward. That just may be a small message for someone in the collective that just needed to hear that. Maybe they're having a tough day today. Maybe you're having a tough day today. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? Shadow treasure is in prosperities. Okay, Spirit. I think we understand. I think Spirit really, really wants us to understand that shadow treasures, like, look, again, it's kind of like in it almost looks like a canopied grove. There's the lighted way here, then there's all this kind of shadowed area, and here in this darkest part of the grove is gold. So again, I feel like this is Spirit saying, like, don't be afraid of your shadow. Make friends with your shadow. Heal your shadow. Let it be a source of strength and vulnerabilities. Shadow is creativity. It's like the cosmic womb. It's how we protect ourselves and like a deep sense of self. It's our internal emotional self. So when you heal that and you recognize all the positives that come from our inner world, our shadow, there's treasure to be found there. And again, another night scene. This deck doesn't have a ton of night scenes in it. They have lighted cards, but it just happens to be that we are in shadow again with the moon and water. This is healing. Through healing, we have prosperity. So again, that may be for a specific person in the collective, a small group of you that, again, may be having a tough day today. Maybe, as I've said a million times in my readings before, the road to self-help and self-healing is not always easy, but it is always beneficial. So sometimes you just need that extra. You can do it. You're on the right path. Even sometimes if you have a hard day, you're on the right path. Okay, so let's get some oracles. I was going to say let's get some oracles to start the reading proper, but the deck fell out of my hands and I'm being told let's just get into tarot. So I will do that. Hold on just a second. Okay, so let's just go right into the tarot. What energies is the collective dealing with today? Our little check-in for our collective. What is the collective dealing with today? Okay. So we have the Page of Wands, or the Child of Spells. So this is very action-orientated energy. It is a little bit younger, so just by default, and also a very spring setting. We have this young child with a young rabbit or young hare, and it looks like they're training together. So this is the intent on making action. There's preparation here, there's the want, there's the desire, but there needs to be a little bit more fine-tuning, it feels like. I feel like this Child of Spells, or this Page of Wands, recognizes that it needs just a little bit more practice. Just one more practice, one more spell. Let me just make sure I have this ready before they go out to test their mettle for the first time. And that may be that the collective, take it as it resonates. It could be a couple of things. It could be you're the youngest of your siblings. It could be that the people that you're connected to in your friend group, that you're the youngest, or that someone that you're connected with particularly, take it as it resonates, you or them, that you're the younger in the pairing, whether or not it's, friends, coworkers, a love situation. But there is an energy for the collective of wanting to make sure that you have everything that you need, that you're fully prepared. And I do feel like from this energy, there's this excitement. There's an excitement to go, go, go. There's an excitement to be like, let's just get this sorted. Let's just get this started. I really want to go on my first adventure. And when I say first adventure, it could be that you are a young viewer. Maybe you're going to college for the first time, or maybe you are moving cross country, going away from home for the first time. Maybe you're backpacking for the first time, for a month with friends, being far away from family. It also could be that in this community that we are. Maybe this is the first time you're really delving into your self-power, letting yourself work with your own intuition, learning how to manifest, discovering this budding new interest of spirituality or astrology or card reading. So there's something about this energy being a little excitable, but also recognizing that it needs just a little bit more time, a little bit more fine tuning before they move ahead. Okay, so let's see what else do we have for the collective. Okay, we've got 2. Okay, so we have suspension, which is the Hangman. This is, and let me move this up a little bit farther so that I can put these staggered as so. But this energy, especially, and we have 2. The other one is the Weaver of Challenge, but I'll get to that in just a second. So suspension is the Hangman. This is asking this person endeavoring upon this new adventure or this new way of life, wanting to test their mettle, wanting to endeavor upon this new journey across country, a new school. Maybe they are trying their hand at being part of the spiritual community. They're delving into what it means. Maybe this is a new job that you're accepting. Maybe it's a new relationship you're trying to prepare for. Whatever it is, the Hangman energy is, I almost want to say, it's letting this child of spells know, like, just take time. Just take time. Child of spells knows that it's ready to go. It has the drive, it has the passion. This Page of Wands knows that it has the passion, it wants to move forward. But also, because it's young energy, and doesn't have a whole lot of experience just yet, they also understand that there is some fine tuning. The Hangman energy is relaying, yes, that is true. So just take your time, gain a lot of different perspectives, not just the one of going forward, but what does it mean to go forward? What does it mean to take this path, that path, or the forward path? Weigh and consider all things. I hear that a journey that's meant for you, you don't have to rush towards it, will always be there. So just make sure that you have everything that you need first before you move forward. And then we have the Weaver of Challenges, which is the Queen of Swords. This energy, and so different from the Child of Spells or the Page of Wands. This energy is mature. This energy is in the winter season while this child is in the spring. So there's something about this particular Queen of Swords that makes me feel like, while the child is raring to go, wanting to go and test their mettle, and or you, the viewer, the person that you're connected to, wants to take the plunge, let's say, just take the plunge already. They know they need a little bit more fine-tuning, but they don't want to miss the opportunity. You don't want to let life pass you by. You don't want this opportunity to slip out of your fingers. Hangman is saying, just give it some time. Make sure you have all the perspectives that you need to in order to make this educated decision. An opportunity afforded to you won't be lost to you. It'll always be here waiting. Just make sure that you're ready for it. The Queen of Swords is saying there is going to be difficulties along this way. There'll be bumps and snags. It almost feels like the Queen of Swords in this situation is almost putting necessary challenges, which is why she's the Queen of or Weaver of Challenges, or the Queen of Swords. She's putting necessary challenges in the path of this Page of Wands or this Child of Spells, not because she wants to dissuade them, not because she wants to make it hard for them. It's because there are certain life lessons that need to be learned, but only when your mettle is truly tested, when you're put to the fire. I'm hearing very specifically, I've said this in other readings before, but I don't know if they're still up on my channel, so I'll say it now. There is a sword making process that goes into making, I believe it's a katana, where the metal is put to the fire and it's heated, and then it's banged out, it's shaped, and it's put back into the fire, and then it's folded and it's banged out, and then it's put back to the fire and it's pulled out and it's folded and banged out. And this putting to the fire and reshaping it and putting it back into the fire and reshaping it and working it into shape, not only is this repeated quite literally trial by fire, but it also, every time we fold the metal and we bang it and put it back in, it is strengthening that blade to the point where the katana is one of the strongest, sharpest blades that is known to, like, the world of blacksmithing, for lack of a better term. Apologies if you can hear my roommate. He does have a bit of a cough, so apologies. But it is one of the strongest swords known in the blacksmith sword making community, I believe. I could be wrong, but the analogy still holds true. Sorry, I don't know why my recording rigs just decided to stop. So let me continue forward. I'm not sure exactly where I left off, but I'll do my best. So we'll go back to this Queen of Swords energy, or this Weaver of Challenge. This page energy wants to up level so much, wants to get out there and test its mettle, test its skill. They really are ready. Internally, they want the change. They want to be able to go to that college, move across state, take that job, enter into that relationship, because right now they feel they're being afforded the opportunity to take that chance, to complete, to redo, to re-engage, to involve, to really, they're given a chance for something, and they realize the chance may be even a limited time offer. For lack of a better term, there may even be a time frame on this opportunity. So this page of spells, this person who is likely in younger energy, again, you could be the youngest of siblings. Out of your friends, you may be the youngest, or the connection that you're in, you may be the youngest, or they may be the youngest or younger. There is this energy of wanting to move forward, to make right, to take the chance, to take the opportunity. But the Queen of Wands, or the Weaver of Challenge, is someone who has experienced life and has learned from their own mistakes. And so the presence of this queen is putting challenges in the way of this child of spells, not out of malice, not because they want to dissuade them, but because this person, this energy here that wants that upgrade, that wants their life changed, that wants to move forward, that wants to be in that relationship, has asked the universe, I'm ready for this. I want the next phase. I've put in a lot of work. This might be my last chance, or this might be a limited time offer. I really want this to happen. So when you ask the universe for that sort of opportunity, when you meet the universe and say, yes, absolutely, I see the path that's in front of me that you're offering me, and I want to take it. I want to be up leveled. I want to be a better version of myself. I want the opportunity of a lifetime. Expect to be triggered. That is the test. This is the challenge that this little Page of Wands, this young energy that's raring to go, is going to encounter. There are going to be bumps along the road, not to dissuade, not out of malice, but because it's the lessons that we learn. The universe, the only way that the universe can test whether or not we're truly ready, truly appreciative, truly can understand the benefits and the abundance of taking this kind of journey is by testing us. So when you ask for this chance, this opportunity, expect to be triggered a little. Expect for challenges to arise. The lesson in that is to not give up, is to persevere, because if it's part of your personal brand of happiness and it's what you want for yourself, and you've asked the universe and you feel like you're ready, you have to push on through perseverance. If you become dissuaded by the challenges, well, then we're back at Page of Wands energy. We just need a little bit more training, more fine tuning. Okay, so this is kind of the energy that we have for the collective. I'm going to go ahead and get more cards to kind of tell a story. But that's the energy. It's preparing for this new journey, but understanding that if you want this new journey, if you want this new excitement, there's likely going to be challenges. You might be a little triggered, but it's not because the universe is trying to be a jerk to you. It's because the universe, that's the only way it can really test you to see, are you really ready? Are you truly appreciative? Do you know what this opportunity means? Can you see the value in it? Can you see, anyways, you get what I'm saying. So tell us more about this journey, this Page of Wands journey. We have the oldest one, which is the Hierophant. This is an energy of an elder. This is someone who, perhaps before they even go out on their journey, it's someone that they get the blessing of. This could be a parent. This could be a mentor. This could be a friend who is, if you are the youngest of a friend group, if you're the youngest of siblings, or if in your romantic relationship, you are the younger one, you may be tapping the shoulder of someone in your partner's kind of age range to kind of get perspective. There is guidance happening here. This page is not without resources. I also Also, it could be not even that someone is actually older than you, but you could be asking for help from like a life coach or a counselor, someone in a position of some level of authority, but not like a police officer, but like in a position of a professional position of authority to help heal and guide. It could be a coach, it could be a counselor, it could be a therapist, psychiatrist. It could be just, someone at work, again, who's older than you, but they're like human resources. You see what I mean? This page is not without resources. This page does have people around it that it can ask for help. And this energy here I'm getting is very warm, very accepting, very wanting to help. There's someone in this page's life particularly, take it as it resonates, but there's someone very close to this page's energy who they actually, not only are they closely connected to them, not only is this energy older than them, but they are specifically suited to help this person. So, for instance, let me just give you an example. It's not going to be the best one. It's the one that came up right now. Let's say you wanted to travel across the country and you have an aunt or an uncle in your family who is a travel agent. You see what I mean? Like there's someone close to this page energy that is uniquely suited to help them through whatever endeavor they are moving towards. It could be travel, it could be job, it could be relationship advice. Maybe they are a human resources person. Maybe they are a social worker, and so they have some sort of specific. Anyways, I don't know why I keep hearing human resources and social worker. That may mean something for someone. But let's continue going. What is the journey of this little page of wands? This passionate, driven character that wants to pursue their dreams. Then we have the white heart. This is the Fool card. Okay, not only is this the Fool card, but the image of this white stag in the forest makes me feel like, yes, the Fool card. This is the call to adventure, the striking out into the unknown with, hope in your heart and a sparkle in your eye kind of thing. But it also, tell me this doesn't feel like spirit leading you. I'm also seeing if you resonate with white stags. I also heard white foxes, like a spirit fox leading the way. Take that as it resonates. I don't know why that came up, but I saw that. This reminds me of spirit guiding this person. So we have oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know why this is so pertinent to me. We have someone very close to this page who is grounded, very solid, that has a specific expertise, or maybe not even expertise, but maybe they've lived the life that this page is wanting to have for themselves, so they can give them a unique perspective. Again, take it as it resonates. We have a very grounded energy. They could be older than this page. They may just have more life experience. Maybe they have a teacher role. They are some sort of elder type that I'm getting so strongly that they are a plethora of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge. Like, for it to have come out as the Hierophant is perfect, because its energy is exactly that. It is someone who can really help, can bring structure to this little page's life. So grounded. Then we have the Fool energy, or the white heart. So this is 3D, and I said this looks like spirit. So this person, this little page character, whether it be you or someone that you know, is being guided to their heart's desire by someone in real life and spirit. They are spiritually being called to whatever it is. But again, if this little page is got their eyes on the prize and has their eyes on the finish line and knows what they want to take the opportunity, they want to take the chance. It's a limited time offer. They're given a redo. They're given a chance to complete. They're giving a chance to try again. They're given a once in a lifetime opportunity to travel the world. Whatever it is, it's something big that's impactful for their lives, both physically and emotionally. And they are being guided both in 3D by people that they love, trust, and understand, have the experience or the know-how, and also by spirit. So again, little page, expect to be triggered. Because if you're being guided to your heart's desire, whatever it is, and you're ready for that up level, my dear collective, you may end up running into some challenges, some proverbial hiccups, some proverbial roadblocks. You may be kind of triggered, but that doesn't mean to stop the pursuit of what you love. I know it's a cliche, but anything worth having is worth working for, right? So let's continue on this little page's journey. Oh, I just heard right now this little bunny is their familiar. So this page, this little page of wands, wanting to take action, still learning, still growing, still needs a little fine tuning, but there's something about this little bunny being their familiar. Like no matter where this page goes, this bunny is always there, whether or not physically or energetically, spiritually. This page feels emboldened and strengthened by having someone or something always got their back. They may recognize this feeling of something always being there as spirit. They may recognize this little bunny in representing of having someone in the 3D, like a friend, family, or coworker, colleague, whatever, always having their back. Or maybe they always feel an energy with them. Take it as it resonates. It came through for a reason. What's next on the travels for this little page? Okay. Now we have the Ace of Spells. It's time for action. Oh, can I fit it here? Oops. I've made it unbalanced now. Now it's time for action. Now we have the Ace of Spells, or the Ace of Wands. This page has been training. This page has been practicing. This page has been taking guidance from friends and families around them about how to navigate, how to prepare, how to heal, how to speak up for themselves, whatever it is. Someone in the 3D has been helping with that, and Spirit has also got their back. And now it's time for action. I feel like this page is very focused. This page energy is very, very, very focused. And we have the Ace of Challenges. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to say it. I'm not trying to trigger anyone purposely, but the first challenge is going to be about whether or not you are committed to this path. Whether or not this path is your truth. Whether or not you're fully ready. That is the first challenge. That literally feels like the first challenge. Why is this so wiggly? And like I said, if for some reason you fall short and you're not ready, all you do is just go back into training mode. You know, you just go back into training mode. But I do hear from a particular collective, no, this is it. This is my chance. This is my chance. I can't go back to training. This is my chance. I gotta, this, you know what I mean? Very focused. So that is going to be your first challenge. Whether or not you're committed to this path, whether or not this is your truth, whether or not you've prepared enough. That is what's going to trigger you. Okay, so let's see. Tell us what's going to happen with this little page. Okay. The Moon card. Oh boy. Okay, let me move these things over a little bit. So the first challenge, I can see the collective starting to falter just a little bit. I'm not saying that y'all, you know, take a whole step back, but it feels like you're faltering. The moon is about uncertainty. I just heard cycles. Whatever this is feels cyclical. Let me move these over just a little bit. Sorry, I'm being so fussy with my setup, but I have to make sure there's enough room for another card. The first challenge is about uncertainty. The challenge that this Ace of Swords is bringing is, are you committed to this path? Is this your truth? Have you prepared enough? Are you ready for this new path? Are you strong enough to walk this path? Is this what you truly want? And I'm feeling and seeing energetically a stumble. Well, I don't know. Is what I mean. I don't know. Am I ready? Am I ready? I don't know. Are you? This is the first this is the first lesson. Queen of Swords energy is not doing this because she's trying to be a jerk and she's trying to dissuade you. This energy is here to be like, anything worth having is worth working for. You've been training all this time. You've been led by people in your life. Spirit has led you to this point. You've been hearing both. You've been hearing it from people around you. You've been feeling it from spirit. You're ready to take action. The first challenge is, are you ready? Are you committed to this path? Do you really want it? Because it's not about words. It is about actions. It's about consistency. It's about truth. And I'm seeing a little energetic falter. A little energetic falter. There's uncertainty. Okay, so because there's this, pardon me, there's a little energetic falter, let's see what this is about. Can we get a card to understand what, cards are all wiggly, what this could be about? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Two cards came out. The Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. What this whole journey about is love. Am I surprised? No, because love readings tend to come through very strongly on this channel. FYI, if you haven't already figured that one out. Not only is the Ace of Cups here and the Two of Cups here, look at this. We have an image, a swan being reflected in the water. 2 and 2. 11, 11. If it resonates with you, take it as it resonates, but this, a divine connection. Soulmates. For those who even want to go with it, twin flames. Now, I can't tell you who this person is to you because only you can decide what role this person plays in your life. But I will say that this is a deep connection. This whole journey, this whole preparation, this whole, song and dance that this character, this little page has been doing has all been about relationships. Now, it could be with the reflection. It could be about self-love. Seeing eye to eye with your external and internal self. It could be. But it doesn't dissuade from the fact that this reading, this journey is about love, how you handle love. The truth that this Ace of Challenges is saying is, are you ready to walk this path of love? If this is another person, are you ready to truly commit yourself to, sorry, let me move this up so you can see it. Are you truly ready to commit yourself to your soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, someone that just understands you so much that they're like a mirror to you? For those of you that just, kind of feel more comfortable identifying it with just a deep connection, someone that you love dearly, can you see eye to eye with this person? I don't believe that the person that this is in regards to, whether it's you or your person, I don't believe that there's a lack of love here. I do believe it, but the universe is asking, are you ready for this? And then we had an energetic waiver. I'm going to put this like this because we've got two for that one. So, okay. About love. Okay. Let me get some love cards. Yes, let me get some love cards. Be right back. Okay, so I got a love deck, but it's not like an obvious love deck. It's more like what this person is, maybe there's some internal dialogue that this person might be having. So we'll see what we have. What is the internal dialogue of this page? We'll start with that first before we do other love cards. Okay, so we have, don't feel like you have to be perfect for me. You've already done a lot of self-work, and our relationship will be an opportunity to grow together. Interesting. I asked for a card as the page. But what I feel like I got was a message from their person. Take it as it resonates, but I'm going to put it right here. Okay? Don't feel like you have to be perfect for me. You've already done a lot of self-work, and our relationship will be an opportunity to grow together. Okay. I just wanted just a little bit. I'm going to do some animal oracles to close out the reading. I don't feel like there's more, because I feel like this is something internal. I think this is an inner conversation that this little page has to have with themselves. And it seems like, oh my God, I just heard the mirroring. Take it as it resonates. Y'all may be connected telepathically. Maybe not in an obvious way, but maybe when you're thinking something like this, they are also thinking something like this. When you are thinking of your person, they automatically thinking of you. And I don't mean like, you know what their favorite song is, and the song comes on the radio, and you're like, oh, they're thinking of me. No, you've assigned meaning to that song because you know it's their favorite song. More like if you were in the grocery aisle trying to pick up what bagels you wanted, and all of a sudden this person's energy just comes in, you just get flooded with images of them or their voice or something that they like, something that reminds you of. That is a telepathic connection, being like, this person is thinking about you. By them thinking, they're kind of like tugging on that energetic connection. When they literally pop up out of nowhere, you're not doing anything that would normally remind you of them in any way, and they pop up, that's mirroring. They're thinking of you. And then when you randomly think about them, or you see a movie that reminds you of them, and you start thinking about them, and you start reminiscing, and you start doing this and that, then they have that same grocery store bagel experience. You see what I'm saying? Okay, sorry. Let's get some oracles from the animals. I won't elaborate on it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards. They'll be for you to interpret and let it be impactful to you in whatever way it's going to be. Okay, so on this side we have a flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. Okay, so we'll put that there. I'll read both of the cards too, so that you can interpret it as it will, but also the definition of that Colette Baron Reed, the creator of this deck, that they meant to have. Oh, there's a couple of them. Okay. How many do I want to take? Maybe let's try again for just one. There we go. Eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. I mean, I feel like let's just put that one there, because spirit is spirit. And embrace the in-between. Oh, I'm hearing the in-between is not necessarily like the gray point of black and white, but the in-between. I'm hearing meet me in the ether, meet me in dreams, the in-between. Like if your person, oh my God, if your person is not in the same city as you, and there is some distance between you, when I embrace the in-between, I'm hearing meet me in the aether or the ether. Meet me in dreams, the in-between spaces where we can connect. Take that as it resonates. I don't know what, but let me let me read these to you. Okay, so for eagle spirit, think of eagles flying high above the other birds soaring on the wind. Eagle spirit has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom of the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is eagle spirit that raises you above it all, helping you conquer fear and overcome adversity, reminding you that spirit has your back and wants you to experience your life at its fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by spirit and all angels around you. Boldly build your nest in lofty spaces. Know that you can fly effortlessly, proudly embodying eagle spirit in all their glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. Okay. And also, can I just point out that they're both birds? Birds are generally messengers, just an FYI. Okay, so flamingo spirit. Okay. Balance comes easily to the flamingo spirit who sees what was and what will be, standing strong in the face of uncertainty. Oh, I moved the eagle spirit over here because of spirit that I was seeing in the stag, but I put this over here and it's right touching the card that represented the uncertainty in this. Ugh. Sorry. Okay, we'll just start again because I lost my space. Balance comes easily to flamingo spirit, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist flamingo spirit call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of the flamingo spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. And that's the reading for today. Thank you so much for letting me read this for you. This is great. And I really appreciate those who stuck around to the end. If you like my reading style, if you like the cards, you like the vibe, the certain je ne sais quoi, I would really appreciate a like, follow, a subscribe, a share, all of that good YouTube algorithm stuff. But more specifically, I really appreciate your energy. This is Rabbit Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I will see you at the next read.